Anyway, but yeah, so when we moved to Massachusetts, it took a couple of years to get a group going, but my brother made several friend groups that we would play D&D with. And that was kind of the staple interaction. We do LAN parties as well.
Yeah, you did have a lot of LAN parties.
D&D was definitely one of the main ones for us. Like we would maybe do a LAN party, but then usually it would just be D&D for like hours.
Or what do you do?
What?
Where's the door with the key that needs the key?
I don't know. Oh, we can go up now. I'm assuming it's one of these, but I have... I mean, there's a lot here.
Huh.
So this is the first floor. I guess we should probably check the map. Okay, so that's just a room. Ah, that's where the skeleton key is required.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like there's just a number of empty rooms here with
empty
loot in them.
Save for all of the
well, you know,
shambling
monsters,
dead.
but nothing, no like actual objectives, just... There we go. I want to break these because they've got money in them, but it's...
I cannot.
It's really worth the effort.
It's kind of sad that I want to get like a little menagerie of those fake Luma candles that have that little flickering plastic tab on top going back and forth that look pretty realistic.
Not really.
Huh?
I mean, I hate light bulbs.
I did get that really pretty birch looking one.
I think
that candle.
I think
fake
conventional
candles.
lighting gets really ugly. I really like my lava lamp.
I cannot.
Yep, that lava
But
lamp.
part of it has to do with the fact that I like dimmer lighting.
You don't write or read tangible books.
Yeah,
or
no,
notebooks.
I read on my phone, I write on my laptop, I draw on my iPad. Everything that is backlit.
Whereas I still draw in my sketchbook and write in my notebooks and read books. Paper books.
I cannot.
So that's why I need a lamp.
Yeah, I've totally given up on the idea of, here, I'm gonna move this over
Well, I
just
can
a little bit.
understand, like, I haven't switched completely to books, like the Kindle books yet, because, I don't know, I just like browsing and being able to preview physical books.
Well, I mean, you can still preview...
But I can understand why you wouldn't want to have
Digital
shelves of books.
Well, yeah, especially because we're going to be moving across the country in a matter of months. Like, the idea of having, like, physical books to pack up and whatever. Eh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really don't want to have to deal with moving those. That's not fun.
I do like having our concept art books in physical forms, though.
Oh, I see.
You just can't
go
be
to-
on the second floor.
Can't go to 2.
Well-
That's why it didn't work earlier.
Well, the
Okay,
third floor
great.
has the door
Yep.
that you need.
Paper books are tangible items. What happens to your ebooks when the service ends? I'll just live with it. I'm not the kind of person that generally rereads a book. I also tend to buy my books fairly cheap. But, like, at the same time, well, I don't know.
I mean,
I prefer to buy ebooks in, like, non-proprietary formats. But that's kind of hard to do. You know, like EPUBs. Because EPUBs can just be converted over into a PDF, into a raw text file and stuff. And a lot of places don't do that because of, you know, counterfeiting issues.
yeah, because those PDFs can be easily distributed.
Yeah. I guess the piracy is kind of a dirty word, but if I ever buy, say, like, Name in the Wind on Google Play, and then Google Play shuts down and I can't get my book there anymore, I'm not going to feel too bad about pirating that book. It's part of the reason why, like, I will,
Well, if you purchased it, it'd be bad if they just took it away from you. Would they reimburse people for it, or no?
well, I mean, if Google Play just shuts down, no, they're not going to reimburse anybody.
That's bad.
Because, yeah, I don't like the fact that, you know, Amazon... I don't like the fact that Amazon and Google and whatever have such a control over the, like, digital book format, but I totally understand why. So I've obviously been, you know, writing for the past couple years. As
looking into ways that you can self-publish. And...
yeah, you know, kind of just this, like, hobby fun thing of, like, okay, well, if I did do this, where I put it, yada, yada, yada. Kind of, like, speculative version of, you know, my version of writing Let's Play. I don't know, whatever, anyway. But apparently, like, it's not uncommon to find, effectively, people that have...
pirated someone else's book?
Yeah! Like, the biggest issue seems to be...
I mean, we've discovered that with your t-shirt.
Yep.
So if someone were to upload it somewhere, like let's go say you make it a blog on your WordPress or something, and you just put up a chapter here and there, who's to say someone isn't gonna copy it, bind it together, and then try selling it on Amazon as their own work? You know? That's scary, isn't it?
Yep. The thing is,
you would at least have some kind of text proof that you had put it up for display.
I'm not actually... oh. Well, I mean, realistically, you don't have to worry about it too much. Generally, the book thieves are more likely to steal, like, out of print. Yeah, that's one way to fight those guys. They're more likely to steal, maybe not out of print, but, like, popular romance than... yeah, romance books are the hottest market as far as book counterfeiting goes on Amazon.
And they probably all have those highly edited covers with the half-naked people and tattoos on them.
Probably, yeah.
Ugh.
But,
I never understood. I remember the closest things that I'd ever come to reading quote-unquote romance novels was, I suppose my uncle had some books left over that he had read, and he gave them to my grandmother. And my grandmother just had a pile of books from him lying around, and most of them were the normal, like, kind of Nicholas Sparksy things that you would find. But then there was this series where it showed, like, 4, like, shirtless dudes with animals next to them. So there was, like, a panther, there was a wolf, there was a falcon, and I forget what the last animal was. Maybe it was just those 3? I don't know. But you read the backs of them, and it's about 4 brothers, and they're all from the same family, the same clan of people that can turn into these mystical beasts, and they're, you know, they're ancient, and I'm like, okay, this sort of sounds cool, you know, let me start reading the first one. And it's about this woman who's a secretary, and she's going to meet her boss at his remote mansion in the woods, and oh no, she's attacked by, you know, a clan of cultists or some weird thing, and she runs into the forest, is promptly saved by, you know, a vicious looking wolf, and then the wolf promptly turns into her boss and takes her right there in the woods in graphic detail, and they enjoy it, and it was super gross. And at that point I'm like, okay, maybe the entire book won't be like this. So then
spoilers, it was.
He takes her back to the mansion cabin and is like, I'm sorry you had to become embroiled in my long family affair with these, you know, dark magicians and strange magic. Yeah, I'm being pursued and hunted by these people that desire our power, and, you know, and she's like, I never knew this about you. And then she's like, so that back there, was it because you really wanted me? Or was it because of your feral wolf nature? And he's like, I don't know, it's a mixture of the two, but do you want to try again when we're sensible and, like, completely human? And she's like, sure. And I'm just like, for goodness sake, no. And I when we decided to clean
Wolfjob.
out when we decided to clean out a bunch of books, I decided to put all 4 of those books into the donate pile. Someone might enjoy them someday.
But yeah, I don't know. It is one of those where, like, if you do catch somebody stealing your book and whatnot, and, like, they make sales, you can actually, Amazon will, like, effectively go after them or pay you or whatever. And so, like, these romance authors, like, straight up did get thousands of dollars in effectively sales compensation, but they felt like it was dirty money. And I was just, I don't know. Book plagiarism is scary. Why were we immediately talking about this? I kind of forget.
Huh? What were you saying?
Why were we talking about book plagiarism? Unfortunately I can't like keep track of the conversation because you just go.
So you were talking about writing, and you're talking about reading books, and we were talking about the difference between having physical books and tangible books.
Oh, yeah.
And then why you despise
counterfeiting
lamplight.
and stuff like that.
And then how you so very much enjoy candles and, well, fake candles and the lava lamp. And how I was mentioning the candles because there's just candles all over this dungeon. Yeah. You know, I would almost, but going back to that book series, I'd be kind of disappointed if it was only the wolf brother that was, well, a wolf with woman, and the other guys are actually modestly good. But I have a feeling that all of them were going to have...
trash.
They were all going to have
It's
some
all
kind of love
trash.
interest.
It's all going to be trash. You know it. Now, that would be a funny thing.
What?
Oh, I still can't get this one open. Well,
What,
you know,
for you to attempt to write a trash novel?
No! My idea of the book club. See if I can trick Bird into reading
No, when I
trashy
say that these were
romance
graphic,
novels.
they were
I know.
graphic.
I just like the idea of tricking my friends into reading trashy romance novels for a laugh.
It just made me wonder what my uncle was reading. Or if it was my aunt. Or
Probably
if
your
those
aunt.
were actually my cousins and I didn't know.
How do we get up? Maybe this one over here. Probably not. Actually, not sure how I'm supposed to get up from here. Doesn't look like there's any climb points here.
Huh. Supposedly people get asked to do bestiality a lot on Amazon.
God damn it, I keep going through the wrong door.
According to one of our watchers. And instead they resort to werewolf novels to be discreet. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a lot less...
I know I'm gonna have issues with my story because one of my main protagonists is an alien shapeshifter. And his, like, battle form is completely armored and he can literally morph his arm into these, like, whip blade tentacles. And you always go... tentacles. And I go, don't you dare get those nasty thoughts in your head. What?
Where do I go? Or maybe I just... Oh, no, I know where I'm going. I forgot about this.
I just always thought that it would be really cool if instead of having just 2 arms, you could split them apart and have, like, multiple whip arms. Isn't that just neat?
So Grievous plus. Maybe I can go back. I have no idea how to get back out of here. Go back up the way you came down. Okay.
What book was that? I don't remember the titles, but I guarantee if I try typing in the premise, I'm probably going to find it.
Wolfjob.
No. I think one of the brothers' names was like Marcus. They all had ancient Roman names because I suppose they derived from probably 1000 AD or prior to that. Do you understand what I'm getting at? They were essentially immortal. So, I believe all of them had Roman era names.
Well, I think specifically, Rome was supposed to be, like, created by two wolf brothers.
Well, yeah, Romulus and Remus, but they weren't wolves so much as they were abandoned, and then a wolf decided to take them in.
Okay.
And suckle them.
But that's probably kind of where you get the connection.
Yeah, but it doesn't explain how the other brothers are a panther,
Three
a
Wolf
falcon,
Moon, a novel. You know, I could do that as a joke. Write like 5 chapters worth of like smutty romance novel as a trick. And then, you know, be like, hey, Bird, I need beta readers for my novel. Here, can you just take a look at like the first couple chapters?
Oh, hey, it's that guy that warned you earlier.
Yeah, Pharisee. But like, can you take a look at the first couple chapters? Just.
Interrupt my slumber. You should never have left your grave.
Can you stop talking to me? I need to go back to talking about writing smut. All right. I don't know. I just think it would be really funny to trick Bird into reading smut as a joke.
Through what few interactions I've had with him, mostly D&D related, I don't know how opposed he would be to reading that kind of content.
It would just mostly be the surprise factor.
You see, for me,
I like this guy's sound effects. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, rah, rah.
Definitely don't like the graphic stuff, but if the characters ever consummate their love for each other or something, I want it to be love, not lust. And I want it to be after they've battled demons and ventured across the land and had serious character development.
I could make it
they
like...
need to have the whole adventure before they finally do that.
I could make it like weirdly homoerotic where it's 2 dudes like fighting, but like you could just quickly replace like a handful of words and it would straight up be them sleeping with each other. Oh, that would take some work, but it'd be really funny.
We already had too much of that when you attempted to to have me watch, what was it? Something in the Franks?
Oh, wow, this is a camera angle.
Yeah.
Do you yield?
Do you yield? Yes.
Then I will take you to your king. I am yours to command.
Oh, it's because we were technically seeing it through the wall?
Yeah, we killed him too close to the wall. Use interdiction in a summoning circle to summon a Deadlord. Deadlords can pass through crates to interact with objects. Deadlords will automatically attack your enemies. Deadlords turn to stone to weigh down pressure plates. Finally!
Impossible.
Hey, thank you Omega Zero for the sub.
And it seems to be 1 year?
Except Darling in the Franks is good. Sort of?
It was so cringeworthy, so terrible. No.
Darling in the Franks...
It's one of those things where you were doing the whole, oh, it's good if you can watch past the first 10 episodes, and I'm like, if I have to watch 10 episodes of cringeworthy material in order to get to the good stuff, then the series isn't doing a good job of hooking you.
The other problem is, like, it needed to figure out what it wanted to be, because it was, like, one part slice of life, like, kind of post-societal love story, one part mecha anime, one part, like...
Cringe.
Yeah.
The way that they piloted those mechs, just, and the vocabulary, ew. Don't make me go there.
My main problem is just, like, going from Kill la Kill into Darling in the Franks was, like... eh.
I didn't even watch Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill is way better, in my opinion. Just because it's... yeah, okay.
Conversely...
it is sketch.
The thing that I've liked from their studio has been My Little Witch Academia. But that's because... they didn't focus on any kind of sensual or... do you know what I mean? It was pure, it was innocent, it was cute.
But I don't know. It was kind of one of those, so, spoilers for the, right, this is the direction we want to go. The spoilers for the anime. Halfway through, effectively the entire plot of the anime changes. In kind of a predictable way, because you know it's Trigger, this is what they do. The problem was, like, it changed in such a way that they kind of got rid of everything that they were doing beforehand, which was fine, but then it became more about, like, let's set up a functional colony on Earth. And it's like, wait, huh, okay. And it was, like, more about day-to-day life, and then only one character went out to fight, and even then it wasn't, like, none of the fights were particularly hype. It was just like, alright, this is what they're doing now. I think it lost the, it didn't have the proper, like...
But my question for you is why? Why did the mechs have to be piloted in that manner?
Shell, I'm moving past that, because yes, that is a questionable decision.
If it
but
wasn't, then I would have actually potentially liked it.
The problem is, Shell, that's the only complaint you present, partly because you haven't gotten far enough, but there was
also the weird child marriage thing going on and other stuff.
Like, so there were so many, like, interesting plot points that they just, like, shuffled over, or kind of, like, they were there and they were cool, but they never developed enough in a way to, like, make them feel developed or interesting.
The other thing, too, is I find that what keeps me enthralled with the series is if I actually like the characters involved, and none of them struck me as a character I enjoyed
All of the characters
watching.
grew, which was nice. Like, they had a nice, like, a nice cast that weren't static the whole way through, as opposed to, like, a whole bunch of other anime that's just like, yeah, okay, these characters are literally the same characters throughout. You know, they might like change superficially, but they don't grow as people, they don't improve, they don't anything.
I think it's just, you know, one of those situations where a little too late. You have to pretty much capture people at episode 1 or 2 in order to keep them.
Yeah.
And if it takes half the series to make the plot palatable, then eh.
I will serve.
Do I just send these guys out to pull levers for me?
As you command.
Wow. Yeah, apparently I've never played this far, which is weird, because I swear I saw angels at some point in this game. I don't know. That's very confusing. No. No, I've been here. Have I? I'm very...
Can you
very
use
lost.
this guy to actually push the buttons that you needed?
Yeah. Yeah, he can do it quite a lot. We'll do backtracking later, though. I don't have a whole lot of immediate... Let's see.
Is he one of the
Yeah,
3?
he's one of the Dead Lords. And I can just
Ah.
kind of tell them to do things. But yeah, no, I will agree. Darling the Franxx was absolutely supposed to be like a weird coming-of-age story. It just felt very rushed, because they spent half of their time dealing with really interesting sci-fi concepts as well. You know, in immortal society, a society that, like, straight up goes into pleasure machines instead of actually having proper interaction with people.
Gross.
Adults that are, well, you know, they would just, like, kind of make you hallucinate that you're having a good life instead of actually having a good one. People that were infirm, kind of alternate energy sources that you know, potentially were slowly killing the planet. A intergalactic hive mind society that was like, you know, if you join us, you'll be perpetually in bliss. An original society on the planet Earth that preceded humans, or kind of were the progenitors of humans that turned into biomachines to defend their world. You know, all of these, like, interesting things. And they spent, like, maybe about 5 minutes on each one of those. And I'm like, no. Split this up into about 2-3 different anime. And let me watch each one of those where you actually, like, delve into those concepts. Because...
And ditch the fan service.
Yeah, or, you know, tone it down a little. They did, though. Like, the weird part was they really did ditch the fan service partway through. And so, like, that's part of the reason why I barely even bring that up as a complaint. Because they just stopped? And, like, I'm not keen on fan service just because, yeah, it takes away from the actual
Well, it was really
plot.
objectifying women
Yeah.
way too much. And
I think
can't stand
I would have
series
been
that
much
do
more okay with it if they had half the dudes in the same position.
But no.
Because that would have been... I don't know. I enjoy when they do fan service on both sides simultaneously, so it's just uncomfortable for everybody. If you're going to objectify one gender, objectify the other one. But yeah, it is also one of those that if you watch, like, worse anime, Darling of the Franxx does come off as particularly tame.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know how that can be considered tame, though. At all.
Oh no, it's very tame. Remember that one manga that you'd, like, catch me watching and, like, the characters would just get more and more progressively naked over the fights?
Well, you know me. I have the
Yeah, you got
random... I have the random
Smutdar,
meter.
that's the word.
It was essentially... Wander could be reading a very long, extensive manga where very little of that stuff
I could
happens.
be reading One Piece, and it would be like the one segment where like
And I would
Nami's
just
boobs
happen
are
to
being
look-
shown, and she'd be like,
I'd happen to look over and go, What horrible stuff are you looking at? Stop that!" And then you'd go, "This is literally the first time it's happened."
It's true. Sometimes it was the first and only time it ever happened, and it was very confusing. Yeah, I don't know. I actually get a kick out of it when there's male fan service. I really need to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, sorry. Admittedly, it's less objectification of men and just more weird. Unfortunately, time. But I don't know.
I've actually been having a good time watching Voltron.
Yeah, Voltron's been nice, especially because the characters get progressively less annoying. For me, character growth does have to do with how annoying are they in the beginning and how annoying are they towards the end. And if they slowly become tolerable and, like, less hateable, it's like, oh, yeah.
I just like how they visit a variety of planets, meet all of these different types of alien peoples.
I'd seriously
There's
thought...
no fan service.
I seriously thought Voltron was going to suck. And then I was watching and I was like, oh, yeah, this is actually not half bad.
It has its moments, especially with Paran, where...
Oh, I like him.
Well, I know he's funny, but...
He's the comic relief. I was way less of a fan of, like, Lance and whatnot.
There were literally 2 episodes, though, where you didn't want to watch because it was him trying to get them into publicity stunts and stuff.
Yeah, I took off my headphones for that one. I can't handle secondhand embarrassment for longer than a certain amount. And so if it's, like, a character that is actively, like, if it's a character that I like and they're, like, actively putting themselves in a really embarrassing position, I will just, step away from it. What about Food Wars?
Wait, was that one
Yeah,
anime?
that's...
I couldn't get past the first or second episode because I was going, this is annoying. So very annoying. And also, didn't you say that it was even worse in the anime than it was in the manga?
Yeah, the manga for Food Wars ain't bad. Like, okay, no, it is bad.
It might be because the instances of food...
so in the anime, it lingers on the
lingers
weird,
on
creepy, like, food gasms.
Oh, this is so wonderful.
Yeah,
I've never tasted anything better in my life. Ah, and then clothes go flying.
Yeah, clothes explode off of them. In the manga, the food still the clothes still explode off of them, but
it's probably
it's like
shorter because
it's a page, maybe 2, and
it happens in an instant, and you just
like
pass
straight
by
up. I mean, it does have a focus on girls, but they straight up have some like dudes that commonly are the ones that have the clothes exploding off of them, as occasionally as opposed to the, I don't know. They have, like, the grandfather of one of the characters, and he is, like, the food judge for, like, a lot of these competitions, and he apparently straight up started the trend of exploding clothes, ? Or, like, his are legendary? I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I was just like...
Well, the food has to be that good.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, I I can kind of, you know, forgive it being like a little weird if they're going to be just as ridiculous with the dudes.
Ooh, I like the green.
Unfortunately, the plot completely lost me after a while, and I was just like, I don't really read it anymore.
Oh, are there hands coming up out of that fountain or well? Yeah.
No? Yeah? What?
See?
Oh, these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird, like, mummified arms coming out.
It's a nice touch. Eh, get it? Nah. Didn't even intend for that to happen.
Where's, summoning circle? Probably right here? Yeah.
Got a feeling Shell can't read Berserk. Yeah, I've heard of things. So I haven't watched or read any of it, unfortunately. I hear it's good, but that's the thing.
As you command.
I would rather the entire experience be enjoyable as opposed to there be instances where I have to avert my eyes or hide or erase something from my mind. Because at that point, it's not even...
I just know the only character in Berserk that I've seen naked is Griffith. Which helped.
What?
I don't know. To go back to what I was saying, I straight up, like,
Ew. Demonic creatures.
well, these are the...
The ghouly things.
Yep. Come, dead buddy. We must fight things together. I don't know how long he'll fight for, but you can straight up summon the dude as a like a fighting companion. But I don't know, this is probably weird and most people probably are not going to sympathize with me on this one. But as a totally heterosexual dude, I prefer it when men and women get awkwardly naked equally in everything.
Well, because then you don't feel like a series was made with, like, one gender in mind.
Yeah.
Because it's a little telling when only women are being what I would call victimized, in a way. Usually they're put in uncomfortable circumstances where you just think, oh, this is probably written by guys. Not to say that all guys want that, but...
I guess maybe part of it is I've known a lot of dudes over the years that are just creepy. And they, like, really like that stuff. And I'm just like, oh,